It is bright today. All right, hey everybody. It is March 9th, which is Tuesday. It's either the 9th or the 10th. I don't know. I'm terrible at keeping track of dates anymore. So it's Tuesday, and we got about an 1.75 inches here. So here's our rain gauge, and now it's over the next few days. It's supposed to be pretty warm. It's supposed to be in the 70s tomorrow now. So that is going to green everything up very, very much. So we've got some things to do. I've got a bearing on the disc behind the backhoe. I got a bearing on that back gang I got to replace. Unfortunately, I have to go to Dad's house. I've got about a day and a half worth of paperwork to do. I'm not looking forward to it at all. I've got quite a bit of paperwork to do for the farm, but the real pain is the paperwork, the annual reporting for the oil lease. I'm a couple days late on that. I got to get that done. I hate it. It's terrible. It takes forever. And it's all to report to the state the information that we report monthly already. So we already send in monthly reports. But it's that same data compiled onto one additional form, and then you have to extrapolate that out by month. So it's just so monotonous, and it's repetitive. I hate it. It's terrible. I dread doing this every single year. This is worse than taxes. This is worse than filling out all the forms for the farm stuff. It's just, I hate this part of working at the oil lease. It's terrible. So, but it's got to get done. So, I did mention the other day that about spraying some herbicide around the wells. Now, I'm an organic farmer, but since I also have a job here working at the oil lease too, the state mandates that we go in and we basically have an area around each individual production and injection well where there's not a living piece of grass. So the only way to do that is to spray herbicide, and something that's going to last year round. And the state mandates it. We can't get away from it. The state actually tells us that we have to do that. I don't know why, but that's what they mandate us to do. So there's nothing like political government getting into business practices. But I guess it is what it is at that point. All right, so we're going to tie this video into another video I'm going to make through the rest of the week. And the bearing getting fixed and a couple other maintenance jobs. And also got to finalize all my seed and fertilizer purchases for the year. So, yeah, that's all boring stuff that you guys, I'm sure, don't want to see. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but do you hear the frogs back there? I do. That means two things. Springtime is coming, and good times are coming.
Bud.
Why?
Bud.
Why?
Bud.
Why?
Oh.
Oh, they do not make commercials like they used to. Oh, man. You can't beat it. All right, got quite a bit of the paperwork done yesterday. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. So it's supposed to be 75 today, or 70 degrees today. So I'm gonna work on that disc. And first I got a car that I gotta jump start and get out of the way because it's parked right in the way. What you doing, Fuzzy? Are you hungry? Somebody's hungry. Alright, well, I'm waiting on that battery to charge. I've got a few other things I got to do. Got to gauge the oil, check the pump house, check the meters, and make sure everything's kosher up here. And then I'll warm up that tractor, get it ready to move, and get ready to have a hurt back by the end of the day. I hate working on disc bearings. They kill your back. If you've not ever done it, they are brutal. I hate it. All right, hey guys, it's actually Sunday, and I am here, and we're gonna try to get this thing fired up. I did pull the neutral lead off of the battery, and I'm hoping that it saved the battery's life while it's been parked. I've got some work I'm going to do to it, so I'm going to see if I can get it at least fired up, pulled over to the barn, with the wings spread out and folded out and all that. So see what happens here. I don't have much faith. All right, here goes nothing. Ye of little faith. That was a tight fit. That's what she said. Especially with these tires. I had to move these tires in just a little bit. So a few of the problems that we know that we have on this sprayer is this pump here. 95% sure it's shot. This is for the foam marker. So this was not putting out any foam out of either end of the boom markers. So I'm 95% sure that this is either burned up or something. Now there is a chance that this, where it comes out or where it goes into the pump here underneath, there is a chance that there's a screen on there and that it's plugged. So the other possibility is that the compressor here is shot. I'm hoping that's not the case because that's like $400, but this is $150. And then the other thing that I know is messed up is this, there's a coil in there, a solenoid, that controls which direction that the foam is coming out on which boom. So I'm 95% sure that coil's no good, or solenoid, not coil, solenoid. So that's actually inexpensive. It's only like $10, $15, so that isn't that big of a deal. But everything else I don't know about, so we're gonna get into that and figure out what else is wrong. All right, so I'm running some tests. That is working, that pump's working, so is the compressor. So it may just be that solenoid, or there is this check valve that's leaking right there. That could be part of it. All right, so I still got the sprayer over there. This is a check valve that goes on the pump side. So there's two check valves, one on the pump and then one on the compressor. And one thing you need to do to check this is get a little screwdriver, in this case is a grounding rod, and just see if that has some play in it, and it does. Another thing you can do is this. I don't recommend it, especially if you put a lot of chemical through it, but I mean, it is what it is. So let me show you one thing you can do. Tastes terrible, but at least the check valve works. So now I'm gonna go check the other one. The other one I think has a split in it because it's leaking some fluid. Now again, this has mostly been like dish detergent, laundry soap. I cleaned it out real good because I wasn't sure what was used in the past, but that's what we used last year, was just Dawn dish detergent. So yeah, check it out that way. Okay, I may have just found the culprit to the whole thing. Is this little check valve that goes on the compressor side. So if I can get the video to show it, you see that little silver thing? That's a ball, like a ball and seed in there. And it is there, just busted through maybe. But it was stuck. I'm gonna imagine that I'm gonna need a new one, because that's a check valve that has failed. That's gonna be one of our big problems. All right, so I'm heading out. It's about 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go by Tractor Supply and see if they have any of those check valves. Plus I broke one of the little 1/4-inch lines that the air compressor feeds for the marker going into the solenoid. And I'm 99% sure that that solenoid is bad. I did another check on it. I took off the lines. You can actually see the gate going back and forth in there. If it was working properly, then you should be able to see that, and it's not moving when you energize it. So I'm gonna go and see if Tractor Supply has it. We do have another local farm shop called Family Center. They may have it. I might run down there. I may go get a haircut because I hate my hair getting even this long. But I don't have much longer to do that. I'm 35 years old and I'm bald. Damn near. The boys seem to remind me of that every day. Especially Jacob. Alright, so one thing that this time of year brings around is a lot of bookwork and a lot of paperwork and filling out forms and everything. So the last few days, mixed with the work that, obviously working at the oil lease, getting all that paperwork done, getting all your costs figured out can be difficult, normally is. So trying to figure out where the money's going and everything for the upcoming year can be a daunting task, but as long as you have a calculator and a piece of paper, and as long as you're not going into the red, normally you're gonna be okay. So balancing your book work is probably, I would say, one of, if not the biggest thing that I've learned about farming. So you got to make sure your books are balanced. What you doing, Sage?
What are you doing, Bobo? What are you doing?
He's helping me do paperwork. Somebody's jealous. All right, hey guys, I'm in the sprayer and I'm doing two things to this thing. I know there's a pretty bad echo, but the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting in a new radio. The radio that was in here is right there. The radio that was in here was completely all jacked up. The other thing I'm doing is setting up the controller. So this sprayer has a controller that controls obviously the rate and for the application and everything, where everything's going. So we're gonna get that all set up, make sure everything's ready to go there. But first I'm gonna work on this radio. I also have a Raven Cruiser 2, not true, a Raven Cruiser 2 that I'm gonna read up on and try to get all set up. So that way it's got guidance, not auto steer capabilities, but guidance and boom controls as well as rate controls. So this is the sprayer that we sprayed liquid on last year. We're going to be doing a lot more spraying this year because I'm spraying liquid fertilizer, liquid lime, and then probably more than one application of liquid fertilizer. But so yeah, we're getting this all set up and we're going to get going. So I'm driving right now. I just got done making my foliar fertilizer and seed purchase down in Garden City and picking up something there that's in the back of the truck to go onto the planter. But I got a text message from one of my property managers, or owners of the property, not property managers, and we had some hay catch on fire from last night's thunderstorm. And so I'm going there right now to look at it. I don't know how much. We had 140 bales stacked up here on 2 different locations, and they're saying that only a few of them caught on fire, but I imagine that I'm going to be hauling hay for the rest of the day. So we'll see what happens, what it all looks like.
Hey, it's quite a few days later now. I've got, well, sun in your eyes. I've got a lot done compared to where I was at earlier in this video. I got the sprayer all done, put the filters on, cleaned it out, put new tips on, changed the oil. This sprayer is ready to go. I also got in right there, got 3 totes of the liquid lime so I can raise my soil pH. I got that in. Now I've got my tractor hooked up to my planter, and this is what's going to be in the next video. I'm installing liquid fertilizer in furrow on this planter. So I'm going to wrap this video up, but be on the lookout for the next video, and I'm going to show you how to install a Dultmeier, I don't know how to say it, Dultmeier in furrow liquid fertilizer. So stay tuned.